Joining us at Loftus, apologies for Captain Burger. He's addressing the fans downstairs.
John, obviously the red card, I think most of us thought you guys would do like the Lions and pull away from them there, but those last 15 minutes must be very disappointing for you.
We let it slip. We didn't earn it in the end. We had the opportunity to earn it. That's basically it in a nutshell. And they got a breach, good tackle line breach down the sort of like the main stand side there, which was ended up being the point of difference.
It might be, I suppose, easy to focus on that, but in that first half there, the 4 penalties in the corner that you guys didn't get an award there, that must also be disappointing.
It's ultimately Maris is a referee that if you're cynical in that area, he generally goes to card very early. On this particular occasion, he didn't for some unknown reason. Still getting a lot of guys at the back of mauls, and it's like an easy out to say that they came through. Swimming is, I think, the term they call it. There seems to be a lot of guys ending up in the back of mauls, which is not ideal.
Quite a big influence as well in that first half.
He's a good player, David. When we went to the middle of the field, short on numbers a couple of times, he had an influence on the ball. He's a very experienced player, and if he's tackler, if he can dominate the tackle or be a tackle assist, he's always going to have a real big impact on the ball. They were on a warning as well. I thought there was possibly one decision where I think we chose to take it to 8, and we could have gone to the corner at that point when they went to on the red card. I think that was probably a decision that we would look back on and maybe have gone to the corner instead, and influenced the game at that point. So. I think Rudolph has to be fully diagnosed, but I think it's MCL, and Marco is I think maybe a fracture of some sort, in the ankle. I just saw him on the stretcher going into the ambulance. We'll be back in on the second week for 2 major days, and then we're back in on the 4th week for a full weekly process before we come in for the Sunwolves preparation. So we'll just have to collect numbers and see what we've got left in terms of playing resources, because Lucy's are starting to get thin. We're maximising the locks, and as you know, up front in the front row, especially the props, we're also managing that area as well.
When you look back at the last few weeks, the fact that you guys have played for 6-7 games in a row, would that contribute to obviously the injuries that before you guys had?
Yeah, it's been a long haul, but that's what it was, and we planned for it. So you can't deal for acute injuries. It hasn't been muscular. A lot of it's been proper collisions. So she's a relentless competition, and it demands a lot of you mentally. The guys have prepared very, very well, but today we got untidied at the wrong time, or at the wrong point in the match, which Chris talked about is the last 20 minutes we had that opportunity to earn it, and we let it slip.
There's also, John, that you guys had those soft moments, especially in the first half. I mean, you scored immediately after scoring, you let them back, you let them score as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was unfortunate. That happens though. But you don't let that unsettle you, which it didn't. We actually held our composure, very well, even up to even in the situation of the red card. And but we were the try just after half time, I think it was. That was two players missing detail, which was a concern.
John, just in terms of playoffs now, is it gone?
It's certainly going to make it a lot more difficult. Would have been nice to have got it today and kept winning. So we just got to now restock, refuel, and focus on each game at a time. So that's the way it is.
Just in terms of you look back 6 months ago, to pre-season to where you are now at the June break, are you satisfied with the progress that the Rugby guys have made?
Oh, we've made progress, but we've also shown some developmental issues and concerns. I think there's also some positional concerns, looking at the stock of talent. So clearly, but I'll wait till the end of the competition to look at where I think we need to continue to grow those stocks. As I said before, we're very, very light at loosies at the moment, and we're very, very light in front row. We're at a point now where we're bringing in development players that are probably not ready for Super Rugby in my view.
Does it sort of change your mind on continuing with the younger players in your ranks, or do you take the option of going outside and maybe get one or two guys to help you out?
No, it just doesn't work bringing people in. They've got to learn to understand how we do things, and the important thing is to make sure that we get the best out of what we have at the moment and continue to develop those players. And obviously some guys are going to be presented opportunities now that and they need to seize it. But I think we will be better for a break as well.